Shocker. We're working on another vehicle. Today is my truck, though. Yippee! I think that's a bad thing, though, because now I don't have a vehicle until it's fixed. But as you can see, it's just me today. Whoa. Yippee, I'm gonna go insane. Anyways, this thing has low oil pressure, and we think, bang, oil pickup tube. And we think it's this because the factory one only has one of these. Whoa, the bolts, thingamabobs. Oh, that's an Allen wrench. You know what happened with the last Allen wrench thing. But this one, aftermarket has two, so that should seal it and it should get more oil pressure. If that doesn't fix it, I don't know. Nah, it's just then it's not reading to the dash correctly, so that's just a sensor for the dash. All I did off camera was take down the skid plate because I need to get the jack where the skid plate was. So I'm gonna do that. Whee! And we're up. I got gloves now too. Yippee! I forgot to mention that those bolts on the skid plate are 15 mils. But now that we're jacked up, we are going to remove a cross member that is blocking our oil pan. This one. This one only has 2, 4 bolts. Some of the videos had bolts here, one here, and one here. For some reason I don't, so we're not going to worry about it. I think these are 18s, if I can remember correctly. Yes, these 4 bolts are 18 mils. So I'm going to remove those and cut back to when it's off. Okay, so now I got those done. Pretty easy. I took the liberty to wipe this side off because that was pretty oily. Let me wipe down all of those later because those are all covered in oil. Next thing, I'm going to remove this little plastic piece, which should be a 14, which I don't think I grabbed. Let's see. 15? Oh, that's not even the right thing. It's a 10 mil. It's right there. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. Yep, that's a 10 mil. Alrighty. I'm gonna get that off now. Alrighty, that plastic piece is off now. It was just like this. It was wedged up in there a little. Let me try and get a better angle. But it was kind of wedged up in between these two pieces of metal. Just pull it out. Be careful when you do that. It's just that 10 mil. I also took the liberty to unplug this little cord. This was just in there. I took a small Phillips, if I could find it. I think, yeah, right here. I took a small Phillips and just kind of got it right behind this little lip of this hook. If you guys can see that. This little lip. Yeah, this little lip, and I just twisted the screwdriver until it was enough to pull this out. But yeah, it just lifts up on this lip and then you pull the plug out. Now we're going to take our attention to the front of the vehicle. And we have to remove some bolts on this little plastic piece. There's that's for the drain pan. But there is one bolt, I believe it's a 10 mil, right there. Right back there. Pretty sure there was no light for that. But you gotta do that because it's attached to the drain pan, and so you can get to one of the drain pan bolts back there. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll drain the oil. Alrighty. This is now separate from the pan. That's what we need. You can access those bolts later. And I already took the liberty to loosen my drain plug. Let's see. Oh, I need to open up my drain vents. My drain. Okay. And the drain plug was a 15 millimeter. Oh yeah, that needed a change. Alrighty. I'll get back once that's all drained out and we're ready to move on. Oil has been drained and plug has been put back in. Our next step, I think, is going to have to be lowering the front axle, not dropping it. If we just take this bolt, and two more on the other side, should be able to use this jack to lower it down enough so our oil pan has enough clearance to come out. In theory. And I believe it's just this one, this bolt, which has a bolt on one side and a nut on the other side. And then there's one up there. Same scenario. Bolt on one side and then the nut on this side. So I'm going to take this jack and we're going to put it right underneath it. And we're just going to add a little tension, enough to get off the bolts so the bolts aren't insanely difficult to get off. Also, it'll be there to support it when we eventually can lower it. That's too much. There we go, right? Just like that. Alrighty. I'll come back when I have those 4 bolts. Alrighty. Okay. All the bolts are removed are like 2 nuts and 2 bolts. But here we go. Let's pray we don't break this. Oh, I'm gonna need both hands for this one. Hold on. Yes. There we go. And that's Gary. Don't you dare come off. I want to see if we can get it a little lower. Oh. Yeah, something was supporting it. Jack is barely doing anything right now. I want to go a little lower. Yeah, right. Let's go like that. Let's hope if we can get the drain pan now. So the next step is going to be, I'm you go. Next step, I believe, is removing all of those, the 15 drain pan bolts. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to tell, but yeah, you see it right there? I think I'm missing one. Uh-oh. Anyways, I'm gonna remove all of those, and then the 2 bell housing bolts. And I believe all of those are 10 mils. Yeah, 10 mils, and I think these are 13s. 13s or 15s. I'll tell you afterwards. Wish me luck. Okay, so I got it. It was a bitch. With the axle, I had to get some hands. 2 people is better than 1. You're gonna thank yourself. So I just had someone just jack up, lower, and move it, and you had to like keep on shifting the front axle. I just had to shift it up and down a whole bunch just to get it back a little bit, because it was catching on something right here, somewhere right here. But I can show you where all the things are, I guess. Use these, they're all 10 mils, which I did confirm, and then the bell housing bolts, which are under there somewhere, those were 15. But those 2 long ones were right here. And then you had 1, 2, 3. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's how many mine had. But that was because, I don't know, but my model, it's missing a hole. And now that I actually look at it, it kind of looks like someone plugged it. I don't know why, but I only had 14 bolts. Yours might have 15. I would just double check. But that's that. I will need to clean that out and clean the surface. And then new gasket is over there. But if you do have, oh, and I found out I wasn't missing bolts. It was just weird holes. I don't know what those were. But if you do have one from the factory, there will be little rivets here holding your gasket in place. You do have to drill those out when you do yours. I believe there's 4 of them, and I think you need like 5 30-second or a, I don't know, I'll have to look at it later. But something like that for a drill bit. But now we get the fun part of, get over there. Now we need to get my oil pickup tube. I think we're low on oil. Yeah. But this is what I need now. And then there's 1 bolt, 2 bolt, and I think those are also 15s. You have to pull both of those. And then there's, it's kind of hard to see, you're just gonna have to trust me on this. But one up there, and that's a 10 mil, if you can see that. So I'm gonna pull that and get back to you guys later. Okay, I got the old one out, as you can see right there, or as you might be able to see. Actually, let me grab and show you guys the difference. Okay, so you can see a few things different. Mine doesn't have this center bit, the aftermarket. The filter is still the same. They both have the mount, but here's the biggest part. See the difference? There's 2 on the aftermarket, and 1 on the factory. So I just wanted to show you that. And I think now I'm going to clean this out. Clean the surface, clean the actual pan itself, wipe it all down, make sure it's good. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so I cleaned it all out. I used brake cleaner that's down there. I also took the liberty to do the filter here. I figured might as well. It's pretty good. It's not the best, but it's good enough for me. And then now I'm going to do the heel. After I quickly look at you like that, and then I'm gonna go put this on there. You get the idea. I'm gonna put this on there and then show you guys it before putting the pan back on. So we'll cut there. Okay, so after a bit of struggling, we got the new one on, and this was a little bit of a pain. This, I see why they're Allen bolts now, but it's finally on. It's flush. I almost messed it up because I thought, I didn't think, I just had problems. But I did wipe the surface of the pan, but I'm going to do it one more time, then I'm going to put the pan on. So, we'll cut to when that is. It's going to look snazzy now. Okay, so I've gotten all the drain pan bolts torqued down. They're all torqued down to 18 foot-pounds. These ones are torqued down to 9 foot-pounds, I believe. I tried doing 18, but it felt like it was trying to strip, so I think it's 9 from what I know. So now I'm going to put everything on, plug that back in. That's going to be these 2 plastics. One over here. Plastic over here, if you guys can see that. And then axle. I've started doing that. But then I guess I'll get back to you guys when I get this all done. Before I start filling it with oil. Alrighty. Boom, and we're done. All cleaned up. I just gotta check the oil level now. So we can do that as a team. If I can cripple. Pause. Wipe it. I think we're full. Just needs to settle a little bit more. I'll check it tomorrow. Or today. Whatever. But that's it. We're all done. Wow. Oh, battle damage. Wow. All kinds of fun stuff. Yeah. Bye-bye now. Like and subscribe.